Welcome to the ZiTech Show, your guide into the world of technology. It's another beautiful Thursday evening here in Harare. And to everyone who's just tuned in, wherever you are, thank you for doing so. And welcome back to another edition of the ZiTech Show. If you're a first-time listener and don't know what this show is all about, this is ZiFM Stereo's only dedicated radio program on all things tech, both locally here in Zimbabwe and abroad. My name is Tatinda Ziambe, and I'll be your host this evening as we take another deep dive into some of the trending tech news and innovation. Today's ZiTech Show is proudly brought to you by Cimas, and we could not be more excited to have them on board with us here on ZiFM Stereo. We will be taking a close look into data protection and how Cimas has taken steps to protect its clients' data. This is a very relevant topic that everybody should pay close attention to because it's 2022, guys, and your data is the most precious thing that you have close to you. So let's just get right into it. So on the intro of today's show, I told you that we'll be talking about data protection and the types of certification that one can acquire to show that your company's computer systems can protect your client's data on an internationally recognized level. But how does this process work? Well, in order to receive certification to show that you meet global standards of quality here in Zimbabwe, you have to go through the Standards Association of Zimbabwe. They do the certification process on behalf of the International Organization for Standards, or ISO for short. Cimas has recently acquired certification via the Standards Association of Zimbabwe, but let me not get ahead of myself. There are people with me in studio who are far more qualified to talk about this. So let me introduce today's guests. First up, we have Thando Kembo, who is the Chief Operating Officer at Cimas Health Group. Thando, welcome to the ZiTech Show, and we look forward to hearing your insight.
Thank you, Tatinda.
Joining me and Thando in studio is Foster Akaketwa, who is the Chief Information Officer at Cimas Health Group. Foster, glad to have you on the show as well.
Thank you, Tatinda. Glad to be here.
Thando, let me start with you. Data protection is important, and it's something that we need to take seriously. That's why I want to talk to you about Cimas BOP headquarters, which I now understand is ISO certified, specifically ISO 27001 of 2013. Can you please explain what this means?
Absolutely, more than happy to do that. In the simplest of terms, Tatinda, it just means that we have taken steps and measures that we've put in place to ensure that no unauthorized person has access to the data that we hold. It means the medical data that we hold for our members, what we process for our service providers is safe. For your information, Tatina, we actually handle hundreds of thousands of transactions per month.
And I'm one of those hundreds of
yes,
thousands. So
absolutely. and it is for your comfort, the likes of you, that we want you to know that we've taken best practice global standard steps to ensure that your data is safe with us. This is to do with our integration of the systems that we have in place. We've been on a very hectic digitization drive, but with that drive comes a lot of risk, with hackers and everything. Yeah,
people will say like they'll hear that hundreds of thousands. Ooh, I'm a hacker.
I know. Let me just get myself one. But this is just to say we have ensured that our systems are up to a global standard to ensure that the data that we hold for our members, the data that we process for them, and our partners, collaborators, everybody, that data is safe and secure.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that explanation, Thando. Foster, let me come over to you now. As Cimas, I'm sure that you have many business partners and suppliers. So given that Cimas BOP headquarters is now ISO 27001 of 2013 certified, what does this mean for your business partners and suppliers?
We are particularly excited about this, Tatinda, because it puts us at a level where we are operating in a way that any other globally acclaimed institution is currently operating in terms of their information security. So we are happy that if you are our service provider, the information that you will be transmitting to us, be it personally identifiable information for our members and patients, or that information is going to be kept in a manner that is adhering to this global standard. So we are so happy that for our service providers, in as much as we have been adhering to best practices in terms of keeping that information secure in the past, but we are happy that we have a standard now by which that information or any other third party can look at us and understand what exactly we are doing for that information.
They're dealing with the big boys. Let's just call it what it is.
Exactly.
These are the big boys.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, awesome. So you heard it here on radio. If you are a supplier or Cimas partner, you can expect seamless and secure collaboration because your data is secure. That being said, let's talk about what Cimas ISO certification means if you are a member of Cimas, just a regular card-carrying member of Cimas like myself. And Thando, I'm going to turn back to you for this one. Could you please just explain it for us?
What it means for you, Tatenda, is when you open our app, when you come into our offices, when you visit our doctor, when you fill in a claim form, as long as it comes into our hands, your data is safe. It is protected. We would never do anything to jeopardize the person that is behind that data or monetize it. We protect it with our lives, literally.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
and according to the international standards, as we have been vetted and found to be compliant.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that explanation, Thando. We're going to be taking a quick break right now, but don't touch that dial. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor. Do you want to feel the difference? You can feel the difference with Cimas US dollar packages open to all members. With the Cimas US dollar packages, you enjoy convenience and peace of mind. Current and new members are welcome to be on these Cimas US dollar packages, namely Health Guard and Secure with no questions asked. For more information, contact the Cimas customer service team on the hotline number 086 774 00500 or visit our website cimas.co.zw. Terms and conditions apply. Cimas, together we make a difference. Z. Welcome back to the ZiTech show. If you're just joining us now, we have been talking about Cimas's recently acquired ISO 27001 certification of 2013. Still in studio with me is Thando Kembo, who is the Chief Operating Officer at Cimas Health Group, and Foster Akaketwa, who is the Chief Information Officer at Cimas Health Group. Speaking of Foster, I'm just going to throw you right in the deep end. My next question is directed at you. We have been speaking at length about Cimas BOP headquarters being ISO certified, right? But one thing that was on my mind and I'd like to know is this in line with government's cybersecurity policy? Could you perhaps elaborate on that point?
So from last year into this year, our government has enacted the Data Protection Act, and we are happy to advise that we are fully compliant to that act, and we believe this standard is going to also assist us in terms of ensuring that we remain compliant in terms of handling that personal identifiable information that we have in our systems, the processes that we do, and everything that we do as we engage with our members. So we believe it's something that is going to be complementary in terms of what the government is doing, and also as a business ensuring that our members' information is as safe as it should be.
All right, switching back over to Thando now. Let me just ask you this. Now that Cimas is ISO certified, what is the next step and how important are those steps in Cimas's digital transformation journey? Because this is the ZiTech show, and whenever we hear things like digital transformation, we get pretty excited. So could you please just elaborate on that point for us?
Sure, more than happy to. So probably since before 2019, but I would say from about 2019, we've been very serious with our digital transformation. We've rolled out a couple of apps. web portals for our members and service providers to actually be able to collaborate better with us. Now, as you know, as you go more digital, more into the cloud, the greater the risk of hacking.
Of course.
And hence the reason why we found it important to have this accreditation. It was a very rigorous process, even to the technocrats, or the people who have had to go through this, they will understand that it is a rigorous process, and we're very happy with that. And now that we've been assured that our processes meet the global minimum standard, the only way for us from here is up. Because our digital transformation journey has only just started. So much is going on in the health sector, Tatenda, in terms of technology, robotics and everything, and all that. We need to ensure that it complies with this very strict standard as we continue to roll out the solutions for our members.
Of course, technology is advancing in the health sector. On the tech show, we've even discussed how robots are actually performing or starting to perform open heart surgery, like on pigs and things. So you got to make sure that those things are secure without question. And Foster, let me come back to you. And let me just ask this, right? Since you're now ISO certified as a company, or the BOP headquarters are now ISO certified, what I want to ask you is this. How can a company with aspirations to be ISO 27001 of 2013 be successful? Can you just walk us through that process? Because I think to the people listening, it would be kind of an eye-opener to know just how rigorous this process is and why it's important to go through it.
So, Tatenda, just like any other initiative that a company can launch, at the beginning, you need to be very clear in terms of your objectives. What is it that you want to achieve with the initiative that you are starting to do? So, there are a few standards to do with security. So, we have to make a choice. Which one are you going for? Then after that, you then come up with processes that need to change, do a gap analysis. Then you have to ensure that it's well communicated to your staff so that they're able to move along with you as you roll out that initiative. So it's very important for any company that needs to embark on such an exercise that it's not something that if one department in an organization can run with, the entire organization has to move with it, because there have to be changes in your human resources, in your operations, in your IT, every other aspect of the company. So it's very important that it's well communicated to your staff so that it's well executed.
All right, thank you so much for that breakdown, Foster. Thando, let me come back to you with an eye on the watch, because it looks like we're starting to run out of time. So, of course, we've been talking about how Cimas has been ISO certified and what that means, that if you're a Cimas card-carrying member like myself, or if you're a supplier or a business partner. So a couple of our listeners probably would have been hearing all of this and they'll be like, oh, I want to learn more about what Cimas is doing and their products and services. So now you made mention of an app before. Does Cimas have an app, and if so, where can people find it?
Yeah, and Tatenda, we love hearing from our members, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, everything. So we have various touch points. That's how our members, even service providers, can get in touch with us. You did talk about the app. We have several apps, but I will zone in on the main Cimas app.
Of course.
That's the member app. So we have Cimas and Health Guard. Health Guard is like our premium product, so it also has its own separate app. Members can actually submit queries. They can track their claims, and various other things that they can do on that app. And those apps are downloadable on both the App Store and Play Store.
All right, so you heard Thando. Just get on your phones and download the Cimas app and get connected today. But that being said, there's some other people who might not necessarily like being on their phones all the time. If I want to just check you guys out online, where can I find you?
We are on www.cimas.co.zw. On that same web portal are secure login portals for our members and service providers to also get a bit more information about us. Those wanting to get in touch with us can also send us an email on connect@cimas.co.zw, We are available on the phone for those more comfortable with the analog. Like I said, we like feedback from everywhere. So we are available everywhere. We have our number 08677 400 500. That is our main contact center number. And we also have a toll-free line for Econet users, 0808 00001 up to 3.
Okay, and could you just repeat that, because I know some listeners might, some analog listeners will be trying to jot that.
Yeah, rushing for the pen. Gladly. So 086 77 400 500. That is our main contact center number, and our toll-free number for Econet users 0808 00001 up to 3. We're also available on social media, Tatenda, that is on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Thando, Foster, thank you so much for your time. It was really insightful to have you on the show, and hopefully we can have you on again in the near future.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tatenda. Much appreciated.
Now, before we get out of here, if you've been paying attention to tonight's show, then you can actually win a prize courtesy of Cimas. Here's all you need to do. Head on over to Cimas' Facebook page right now. There's a pinned post, and all you have to do is just answer a very easy question that's based on tonight's program. So head on over to the Cimas Facebook page, and you could be a winner today. And on that note, we have unfortunately run out of time. Thank you so much to Cimas for sponsoring the show, and of course, be sure to tune in same time, same place next week for another edition of the ZiTech Show. Tune in next time to the ZiTech Show, your guide into the world of technology.